Hello and welcome back to Project Seawolf. So today we are gonna hopefully finish cutting the last of the panels. So hopefully this is the last cut, and then we're also gonna be looking at unwiring what's remaining for the electronics. I know there's a few outlets around that I want to take out, and that's mostly so I can easily clean around them, and I don't really care about spraying soap and water on them. Which is going to happen to hopefully the whole boat except for the wood elements after we've got all this cleared out. Packaging things up around the engine, that needs to happen so that when the engine gets taken out, it has all the electronics and tubes that it needs already attached, and it can just go to the buyer. But yeah, we need to start with making sure I have full access to all the hardware now, and hopefully this will be the last cut. After checking around the boat for outlets and wiring, I remembered there's another large fiberglass thing underneath the center of the boat, and decided to check that out. So this central storage area has this fiberglass tub in it. There are voids all around it, and the fiberglass that is tabbed it in has gone bad and delaminated. It does provide structure to the floor with these wood blocks on top that are not original, I don't think. In fact, I don't know if this storage is even original, because this looks like a really rough cut around here. So, I'm wondering if I'm gonna cut it out or not. And if I do, I definitely have to add some significant stringers back in. Okay, so in evaluating the underside of the boat, looking at the structure of things, and it looks like these two blocks kind of take the weight of the center part of the cabin. I think the mast rests on a big beam up there that goes across, because there's no compression post, I don't think. And I don't think it's that wall, because this wall is off center. But yeah, interesting structure. This block on the port side, I think, is pretty close to being underneath the mast. This one, I think, just adds structure to the floor more, or shares the weight somehow. Looking aft, this is the underneath of the freezer. There's a pipe coming down from there. I don't know where it comes from. Could be, okay, it's the drainage from the freezer. And then looking back between here, you can see that the freezer is actually sitting on some stringers coming out of the side of the boat, but this, whatever this storage unit is not attached other than this weird thin piece of wood here. It could be taking the weight of the freezer, but it could also be better in that this could be a stringer that attaches up to the floor and all the way to the fridge. So I think I'll probably work on building that out. When it comes to the starboard side, there's not much going on. I think there's probably some structure underneath the couch back there, but other than that, I think this piece of wood just helps take the weight of the table and the living space. So this massive storage area is just kind of floating, like how the water tank was. As in, there's like nothing except for like some thin pieces of fiberglass that are keeping it in, and these pieces of wood look really bad, and the fiberglass behind here and here is covered in mold, so definitely need to get that out and clean it. But man, this goes back quite a ways, and it's gonna be tough getting it all out, and I'll have to check once in a while as I go, make sure that it isn't holding a load. Yeah, big job, another big job. As I started to cut out this fiberglass tub, I realized the construction was not that great, and it looked like it was just kind of cobbled together with silicone. Yeah, so check out this back wall. It's not even like attached. I haven't even cut there. It's just siliconed in or something. Yeah, and it looks like the silicone runs along there too. I don't even know what the heck. Maybe it's thickened epoxy or something, but yeah. So I don't feel so bad about taking it out now. Okay, the first floor panel or panel that was just kind of like siliconed in is out, and here it is. It's got just an incredible amount of crap on it, and underneath is also like just like soil. That's crazy. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that I'm cutting this out. Still feels pretty solid though. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if there's any load-bearing parts, but it's like just all sorts of stuff. Wow. Okay, it took a few hours, but I finally got this first piece out. Oh my god. It's heavy duty. It would make for great structure, but it was not tabbed in. So yeah, I'll have to rebuild stringers that add structure to this, because well, I don't know, it still feels pretty solid, but those blocks that were here and here weren't holding any weight. They're just kind of spongy wood. So yeah, god dang, I hope all the other ones aren't as hard as this one to get out. Cutting out the large tub in the center of the boat became really exhausting, so I switched pace and cut out part of the liner. Okay, so I cut out this liner, and now I can see all the hardware. And I've cut out this, used to look like this side with this in the way, but now it's gone. And I cut back a little bit of the liner, and that liner went back and slid down and is now stuck right here. And I can't get it, even through the head, which has a little crack here. But yeah, can't get it, which beautifully illustrates why I need access points along this liner in here, just so I can clean behind it in case anything falls back there. That will probably get tabbed against the hull eventually, but for now I definitely want to get that piece back, and then that will open up a way to clean the hull on the other side of this liner. I do want to keep the liner, as much of it as possible, because I'll probably be sleeping in here a lot, and this is good insulation with the void behind it. So I do want to keep that, so I might just keep what I cut out and then put it back in as like as a door or something, and make it look nice somehow. Alright, let's take a look. Take a look, see? Yeah! There she is! Oh my god. Such voids. Such voids. Alright, yeah, so I probably want to keep that, and then, I don't know. Yeah, I probably want to keep that. So maybe I'll just put it back right here, clean up the corners, and then make it like kind of squared out maybe. Well, then I'd probably want something else. Yeah, screw that. I'm gonna put something on hinges that can close here. Maybe stash something back there. Just I don't have anything to hide, so whatever. Alright. Well, I gotta catch a flight to California. Got a paid trip to Palm Springs for a GIS conference. And So I'll be there for the week, and then when I come back, we're gonna hit the other side, make the other side like this side, and then cut out that thing that's in the middle underneath there. I think it was storage, or it could have been another water tank, but I don't know. It's like silicone together, so it's not structural. It does have thick pieces of fiberglass, but whatever. Yeah, so that means I'm gonna have to take all my tools off because they're gonna be gone. It's gonna be a big job, but yeah, I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and yeah, let's get her done.